The biggest update for PS5 is out now with Discord integration. Finally, we got great new other social features, a game changer for your controller, and way more. So let's go over everything you need to know in this video. A like would of course be really appreciated. Subscribe to be up to date on everything PlayStation, and let's go. I want to start with the big one, Discord. So now you can transfer your call to your PlayStation 5, so you don't need a second device to talk on Discord. To do this, we want to make sure that your Discord account and PlayStation account are linked, and even if you've already done this before, you have to link them again to use this new feature. So there are multiple ways to do this. On your PS5, you can go to users and accounts, linked services, and then select Discord. Now you can choose to either scan the QR code or enter the code on the right in a browser after going to discord.com/activate. I did it this way, thought it was really easy, but you can also go on the mobile app from Discord, then go to connections, then select PlayStation Network, sign in with your PSN ID, and then you're good to go as well. So again, there are multiple ways to set this up. So in order to transfer a call to your PS5, we want to start one first on your computer or mobile phone. From the PC, I could click on this mobile and controller icon, which noted transfer to PlayStation, and then a few seconds later on my PS5, I got this notification saying that I joined a Discord voice chat. And then if you go to the game base, go to parties, you will see the call here and can also modify some settings. And it's seamless, by the way, like the people you're calling on Discord will not notice anything, only of course that you switch to a different microphone as part of your PS5 setup. And on the mobile phone, it's also really easy. So if you start the call here, I actually got this notification like try voice chat on console, and then select transfer to PlayStation. And again, you get the notification and you're good to go. Sure, it would have been way nicer if we got an integrated PS5 Discord app. Hopefully that's the next step, but for now, it's already a great addition. But that's far from everything. Maybe you already noticed that the home screen and your game information has changed as well. We can now see our playtime per game as recorded by PlayStation, which is something I don't always have to be reminded of, Sony, but thanks anyways. Next to that, for supported games, we see the game progress, although I'm not sure what this is based on. Of course, your theory is more than welcome in the comments. Trophies are now on the left, and you can also see the friends that own or are playing the game more easily. What you can then do is select to, look at those friends. I only had trouble loading this though, I got an error, and Dennis could only see a small list of friends and was not able to load the rest. So maybe a PlayStation Network issue at the time of this recording. Either way, you can also view your friends, of course, from the game base, and new is that you can from here also select the screen share feature. You can request them to share their screen, and if they then accept, you get a notification and can watch their live gameplay. Or you can do it the other way around. If you select share my screen, then the other person gets a request to watch your gameplay, and then they can see you play. Like this was of course already available, but now you can more easily access it from the profile menu. Both players need to have the new 7.0 PS5 update though. They also added new game presets. If you're not familiar, you can access these by going to the settings, saved data and game app settings, and then the game presets, and new are the preferences for the online multiplayer sessions. You can now select who can join, and also if only the leader or anyone in the party can invite other people to play with. It's pretty handy. In the previous update, I also discussed on the channel, they added game list, which lets you group games from your collection without having to scroll through every title you own. But first though, there was no way to filter the games when trying to add them to your game list, so you would end up scrolling a lot, which made these game folders kind of annoying to make. Well, you probably already guessed it, but they now added the filters that you also find in your collection to this process as well, so you can very easily find the game you want to add to one of your game lists. Completely new is the VR filter option, so you can easily select VR titles, also for PSVR 2, and they also added this option to the regular game collection, even if you don't own the headset. Now, my favorite addition from this System Software 7.0 patch is the ability to update your DualSense controller without the wire. Like Like updating controllers was of course already a thing on Xbox for a while, but with the PS5, PlayStation players had to do this as well, and first it was only possible when connecting the controller to your console via USB. Well now, as you can see here, I'm updating the regular DualSense without a wire attached, and it works like a charm. It also works with the DualSense Edge controller, and sometimes I accidentally like skip the notification. Well, if you then go to the accessory settings, you can manually select the update and still apply it to the controller. And again, as you can see here, I'm now applying it without the wire. It's magic. Really great. The next feature is nice for if you're playing on your PS5 on a 1440p screen. If you namely have a VRR compatible HDMI 2.0 display with that 1440p resolution, you can now have a frame rate that goes higher than 60 FPS if the game supports it, thanks to this variable refresh rate feature. And also go to the screen and video settings, then to video output, and test the 1440p output here, because Sony updated this as well. Other new quality of life features include the fact that you can migrate save data from PS4 to PS5 more easily. So if you have a PS4 save file in your PlayStation Plus cloud, but not on your PS5, and then download a PS4 game on your PS5, you get a notification saying that you can play this game using your PS4 save data. This should also work when downloading a PS5 version that supports PS4 saves. I already transferred my PS4 saves to the PS5 from moment one, but if you haven't done this yet and are using the cloud, it should be easier now. And they also made it easier to transfer data from one PS5 to another. If you for some reason have multiple PS5 consoles, they can now do this, and it won't delete the data on the PS5 that is like sending data to the other console. So it basically copies the data from one PS5 to the other, and you can do this by going to settings, system, and then data transfer. If you like me, record gameplay on your PS5 often, then you might be happy to hear that they added voice commands if you have a US or UK account. Like, listen to this. Hey PlayStation, record gameplay. So yeah, that let me start the recording, which you can then also easily end. Hey PlayStation, stop recording. And I also said this. Hey PlayStation, record that. Yeah, you gotta love voice commands. So in this case, you have to say capture that instead of record that for some reason. And then it will capture the last 30 seconds. But you can also say, hey PlayStation, record the last 5 minutes. So it overall works pretty great. Of course, I'm using the controller microphone right now, so make sure that it's not muted. But I still think I prefer like the regular share button. It's a bit more convenient in my opinion. Also new in regards to like sharing things is that you can now manually send things that you made to your mobile device if you got the PlayStation app. You do this by going to the capture gallery, then selecting upload to PlayStation app. Here you will see the icon appear, so you know, okay, that's uploaded. And if you then go to the PlayStation app, it shows your captures there, and yeah, then you can like share them more easily on social media. If you want to upload a video though to the app, you have to trim it first before it can show up on your phone. Curious to hear your thoughts on the updates? Let me know. Subscribe for more PlayStation content. We're working on a really big video about the future of PS5 with all the big games that are coming. Spoiler alert, there are a lot. So make sure you're subscribed to not miss that. A like would really help me out. You can watch our previous video by clicking on the screen, and I will speak to you soon. Goodbye.